Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can manipulate any market so that you can make more money, obviously ethically. And this pertains to you if you own any business that does any business online. And I'll show you two specific examples today. In this channel, I don't do any fluff. I show you what actually works from real client work, from real funnels, real numbers, and everything that I'm doing myself as well in my business. So if you're tired of any generic advice and want the playbook that top 1% business owners out there use, you're in the right place. So let's start with this. Usually when you're doing any sort of business, you have a lot of online clients, a lot of prospects that say, hey, I want X. So let's use fitness, for example. A lot of people are just like, hey, I want to build muscle. I want to lose fat, whatever. What broke businesses do is that they just take this not with a grain of salt. They take this very literally and they just give people everything that they want. What top 1% businesses do is they do this. They're happy and they say, you know what? I'm going to give you X. So you want to lose fat? I'm going to help you lose fat. And what's key here is that they make the sale based on what the prospect wants and they make it clear, I'm going to give you X. This is exactly what you want. And they make the sale with this. But what's going on, especially with my clients, I teach them how to give people X because that's what they want. But what makes everything better is that you have to give them what they need. Most of the times, all of us are in business and we're very much just so focused in business that we forget that people don't really need what they want. They need other things that we know for a fact that work. So for example, let's just take this fitness example specifically. In fitness, everyone says, I want to lose fat. Let's just do, I want to lose fat just for the sake of it because it's way easier. People say, I want to lose fat. Okay. A lot of the time, these people are not sophisticated in the way that they don't specifically know exactly what they need to do to lose fat. They just feel like they just have to eat a little bit less and they move more or just exercise. But in reality, and let's just take maybe your offer, you know that after working with a lot of people, not only, they have to eat a little bit less, but you have to do the things that a lot of people don't know about. So for example, that's why you see a lot of fitness offers doing a lot of, habits, environment, and mindset, for example. It's very boring and very hard to sell somebody that really just wants to lose fat on the fact that they need to change their habits. That's not what's going to get them to the next side, at least to making that decision to hire you as a coach. What you need to do is like, yeah, I'll for sure 100% make sure that you lose fat. But in the way of us getting there, I've actually developed a blueprint that are going to give you all these three things that are things that you need. And I've proven this with other businesses, other clients. Just to give you another example, I do this all the time with prospects. And most of the time, clients come to me and they say, hey, I want help with ads, for example. I want help with ads. I want to grow my ads. And I tell them, cool, I'll help you with ads. I've run way more than 30 million in ads for other businesses. I can do this as easy. But let's just run through your numbers for a little bit. Let's just say, how many calls are you booking currently? How many of those calls are showing up? How many of those are you closing? Most of the times we see that all these numbers are horrible. So it's like, do you need help with ads or do you need help with having a better sales team, better scripts, better workflows? Or maybe they just don't say, I want help with ads. They say, I want to be able to close better. So then we look at messaging. How are you speaking about your business, etc. So the way you manipulate markets or manipulate people is by giving them what they want, but also giving them what they need, which is what you as an expert know that they need to do, implement, or adopt to have success. And that's how you create a business that gives people results. You sell them on what they want, you give them what they want, and you give them what they need, which is usually most of the time stuff that they don't even know that they need. You sell them what they want, but also give them what they need. That's what you need to do to win in business. That's all there is. Now, the stuff that's here, for example, the need A, need B, need C, you only get through a lot of experience and a lot of years in the trenches and doing things that a lot of people don't know by just reading books or watching YouTube videos. This is what makes you an expert. This, guys, if you want to build muscle, it's easy. Anyone can just Google it, how to build muscle, just hit the weight room, eat more protein, sleep well. If you want to build a better thriving business, get more leads, sell high ticket or sell low ticket at higher volume, don't let people churn. Whatever it is, it's usually very simple. But the intricacies and the not so binary result are really gathering the A, B, and C's that you only get through experience. So beginners see things as binary. They work or they don't work. I lose fat or I don't lose fat. I build muscle or I don't build muscle. I get more people from ads or I don't get people from ads. The real experts in business, which I hope it's you, see things as not binary, but as many multiple steps in the way that will determine if somebody's going to be successful or not. So in the term of losing fat, are you eating enough protein? Are you having less stress? Are you sleeping better? Are you doing progressive overload? Do you have the right supplements? Do you have a supporting environment? People that are just starting in their journey don't see that. And the way you manipulate markets is by making sure you sell them on this, but you in the back end and you as a responsible business owner understand that all these things need to happen in order for people to get results. But once you sell them on this and the vision and the vacation and heaven island that a lot of people talk about, then you implement this as a responsible business owner so they get results, which is essentially what they want by you delivering what they need, because you know that in order for them to get the result, they need to jump through these little things. If you're only selling people what they say they want, you're going to lose. You become a freelancer. Top 1% business owners are experts in the field after being in the trenches, like I said, and they just know the truth. They know the truth because they've been going in the trenches for years. They've done this. And this is why sometimes I let people go on sales calls. Yes, I don't have a 100% close rate, but most of the times I get on sales calls with very intelligent business owners, but sometimes they're blinded by the fact that they think they need something when it's in reality something that they want. But then in the sales call, I lay out the roadmap and I go through the numbers and it's like, you don't really need help with this. So most of the times it's a paradigm shift. And because I'm dealing with sophisticated business owners, it's a hard take on their ego and it's a hard take on business. So I usually just let them go. I mean, no pressure. You need this stuff to grow. I can help you with that. But it's a paradigm shift and they know, okay, I don't need this. I need something else, which is okay. It's fine. When it comes to other lower ticket stuff like fitness, you can make a sale right there and there. And this is exactly what I recommend to my fitness clients. It's one close calls because it's usually a lower ticket. And if you're a good closer, you can get those things delivered the best way possible in the sales call. It makes sense. You move to the sale. You have to sell them. You have to sell them on what they need and make it feel like you're delivering what they want. Some people call this manipulation, and it is. But if you don't do this ethically, you're going to do your prospects a disservice. Again, you have to sell them on what they need. Make this clear that you're giving them. This is very messy. Make it very clear that you're going to give them what they want, but you have to make it sure in your pitch that, hey, if we're going to get what you want, you're going to need these 3 things or 4 things or 5 things or 3 or whatever it is. Make it a service-based sale rather than a push-based sale on saying, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you, do you want that? I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that. Give me the money. No, it's a service-based sale. And that's what I preach to my clients. Once you know this, you'll basically be able to manipulate people. It's not really manipulation, but hopefully you get the point. And that's where once you have the right attention of people, of prospects, this is where you get into the liquidation of that attention. And then after that, we get into the different operations. So right now in the screen, there should be a video that shows you every single step of the way and the game plan of how to get the right attention, how to monetize that attention, and how to create the operations behind the entire business. So scaling business, I have that. It's just click this video. It'll show you exactly what it is. For now, I'll see you in the next one.